Ooh, red bad.
This shouldn't need to connect.
We travel with thousands in gear, often with zero cell service. Paying a corporate security company to monitor Bertha is useless when we're hiking miles from the nearest tower. So we built a zero-fee, low-volt, networkable security system that protects our van anywhere.
Today we're picking up where we left off on our video where we talked about how we stay safe on the road as weekend warriors. It was one of our most watched videos where we had over 5,000 views and tons of tips and recommendations from you all.
So today we're taking those tips and recommendations from you to build our own custom off-grid security system for Bertha that is going to leave us with no requirement for a monthly monitoring service fee.
So for the system, as we said, we've gone with SimpliSafe, which I'll talk a little bit more about, travel router using the gl.inet Barrel 7, and then the Eufy camera systems. There wasn't one complete package at all of these. Had to put it together based on people's recommendations. SimpliSafe, what's great is the base station. You can charge it and it has a battery backup, so it can run for 24 hours. We have a few other pieces with this. We've got a water sensor to go in the water tank. We've got a glass break sensor. You have to get the keypad. We got a key fob for remote activation, and then 4 door sensors to cover driver, passenger, sliding, and rear doors. There's an extra 105 decibel siren. I thought I had it in the kit. I didn't. That's on order and will be coming in. One of the biggest deterrents, believe it or not, that comes with it for free is actually the stickers. So we get a pack of stickers too. So
I'm afraid of stickers.
We decided to go with the gl.inet Barrel 7, which is one of their newer models, has Wi-Fi 7. This runs off of USB-C. So all these things can, except for the HomeBase, which I'll talk about, can run independently with the battery backup or just a small battery charge. So don't necessarily need to run the inverter for everything. We could use this off Vicky's Anchor 737 or just plugged into the van's USB port. This has 5, 9, and 12 volt capability. Just got a nice little carrying case. What's great with this, we can use VPN if you want to get real tech geeky. VPN back to our home system, which is great depending on where you are. And then the Eufy camera system, we went to Solo S220 2-cam kit and the HomeBase, which you need. All this gets tied together through the Barrel 7, which will create the local Wi-Fi. Of course, we're also, in another video, we'll probably run the Ethernet up to the Starlink. So this will actually replace the Starlink Wi-Fi for better range and coverage. So I think those are the main components. We do have, coming in today, I'll show you kind of what they look like because it's a similar concept, just a different brand. We've got the magnets, strong magnets, and mounts for the cameras so that we can take these in and out. Those do have battery, the cameras themselves. We'll put them out, deploy them as we want. And then the HomeBase is the only thing you can run off of 110, or I believe, I've got to look at the package, we can also run that off of 12 volt as well. I've just got to get another adapter for that. In the router, I already downloaded the app. Nice little Vico, like the color.
It's minty green.
Right, nice and small. As I said, I've got the carrying case for it. And as you can see here, and if you can get it, just uses a PD charge for 5, 9, and 12 volt. And then you do get the WAN 2.5 gig and a LAN 2.5 gig. That's why this was nice, because you can, with the 2 ports, you're not losing any bandwidth. Sometimes you'll have a higher input, either your provider, Starlink or whatever, and then a lower port inside. This maintains both. All right, I've got the app opened. As you can see here, it's just the gl.inet app. You gotta select set up the router. We have the travel router. We have the Barrel 7. So everything is here, it's all plugged in to our USB. Next, it just tells me to plug it in. Booting takes about a minute, so please be patient. Okay, I gotta change my wireless LAN settings to the network name and go connect to that. So go to settings first. There it is, I gotta find that one. And then I need to come up with a password. I won't show you my password.
It's password.
Probably.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Passwords and whatnot can be found at the bottom of your device. Okay. If
you're trying to figure out on the bottom of the little router,
yeah, you have
what the password is when it says password, it's what, the key?
Yeah, it has the SSID, and then underneath that is the key, and that's what you want to use. So first, and we've got to get this part ready, and then I think I need the keypad as the other piece. If you do want to use this regular, it does have a SIM card in it, so it will work with cellular, which is how it normally works. Obviously, in van situations, doesn't really make sense. But you do need a local Wi-Fi for everything to talk to itself. So it's basically a dumb system. Basically, we'll see once we put the entry sensors around and all those other things, it'll just set off locally. Obviously, there's no monitoring. But for our use case, we didn't need that anyways. That's not the intent.
We just want to scare people away.
We do. It's alive.
Welcome to SimpliSafe.
We're happy to be here.
It's searching.
Keypad. Added.
So I just added a keypad, which because of the kind of setup we're doing, we've got to go through this way and use the keypad to set all the devices up. Normally, if you're at home, you'd use the app and just walk through that process.
And you said you can't use the app unless you have a monthly service plan,
Correct.
right?
Yep. Press menu for keypad setup. This walks you through. You got to choose a master pin.
New pin confirmed.
Let's connect to Wi-Fi. Okay. Let's see if it picks up our Wi-Fi. Yep, I found the Wi-Fi. See how long that takes. Sit down here so Vic can see me. Connected.
Well, I can see you as far as the camera.
There's a whole guidebook here.
It's quite thorough.
Yes.
And it has nice little pictures to make it nice and easy.
Press the button on a device to test and name. All right. So the easiest one we're going to do is the water sensor.
Oh.
Water sensor. Added.
Oh, you don't even need to look at the screen. You just listen to the...
Let's see, where do we want to put it? It asks us. Basement, laundry, is that the
Water sensor. Named.
The glass break sensor. So I'll get all these configured and then we'll get them deployed where they're going to go. Most of these, they just have there's a little button you push on the top.
Glass break sensor. Added.
Oh, works better if I pull the tab first.
Minor details.
Entry sensor. Added.
So that's going to work. So Vic's going to get that stuck in. We've got a little rubbing alcohol just to prep the surface.
Yeah.
And then it has to be within
2 inches.
2 inches so you can see where we're putting that.
Yeah, it's about 1 inch apart.
Yep. So Vic's just going to put in the glass break sensor. And we put this in test mode and tried it out.
And put it underneath the fire extinguisher on the passenger seat so that we don't knock it off and hit it accidentally.
Right. So as I said, these don't have to be right next to each other. You can have about a 2 inch gap. We went around and tested all of them and armed the system and it all worked well. So all the doors are set up. We've got to just put out the water sensor. And then when the other siren alarm gets in, do that next. Once that arrives. The best deterrents you can have costs like $2.
It's the big, scary stickers.
And I did go outside and check, and you can see this from the outside, even with the tinted windows. So as we said, water sensor. This doesn't stick to anything. It's just got some little, if you can see behind, those little metal things.
Yeah.
When the water gets there, it'll detect those and go off. We have one in the basement. This is easy. We're probably going to get some like little Gorilla Glue putty stuff just to kind of hold it in place so it doesn't slide around. But as I said, in ours, it's real easy. I'm just probably going to put it up here.
By the water pump?
Probably right in front of the water pump. I may actually go through the side entrance area. Found a good spot over here.
Since we don't have, tons of wall space, and while we do have a bench over here, we don't really sit or lean against the wall over here. And easy access.
So it's a good
when we're
spot to put
sleeping.
the keypad, because I didn't finish my sentence, what I was putting over there. So while Vic's doing that, I mean, it's really easy for the SimpliSafe. We put it on, it walks you through the process. Obviously, if you're at home, it's different. You can use the app, it's real easy. Just had to connect it to the Wi-Fi first. Then all the devices, we put those out. You pull the little battery thing, and like the entry ones have the blue light blinks. You can actually put the system in test mode, and on the top, if you press each little button on each of those, it just calls it out if it's working. And that's it. We got the key fob going as well, which I don't know if I showed that out of the package. Really easy. That's just nice to have if you want to quick arm it. Like most home security systems, if you've ever had one, home is just, it immediately arms everything around you. The away gives you time to exit.
Except for motion, but we didn't buy any motion.
No, we didn't get any motion ones. So the HomeBase, as we talked about, I just got to check the specs on this. So this uses 12 volt 2 amp.
So we can do cigarette lighter.
Yep. I don't know how long these have to charge for, but they're supposed to last for months, which is one of the reasons we went with them. Make sure you remove the film before use.
You don't want to record ease or whatever that little symbol is?
Actually, you know what that might be on top of there already?
That looks like a little mini solar panel.
Right, which even better.
Yeah.
So if we don't have to add anything to it, that's great. These have night vision, not color, 2K. As soon as the real ones come in, we'll just
We're going to make sure those are going to be enough to angle it. based on where we put it.
Well, that's what's nice with the ball mount. You can kind of get every angle you want. So the plan is to, as you said, put these on 2 different spots on the van, take them in when we're not using them. As Vic said, we just got to see which angle we can get these set at.
You did all that research and you didn't figure that out?
I think
Welcome to Eufy Security. Follow the instructions in the Eufy Security app to set up the system. HomeBase is unable to connect to the internet. Please check the Ethernet cable.
Can't you connect by Wi-Fi? If not, I can plug you in.
Well, that's good to know, depending on where we're going to put that compared to the minty green guy.
I think I call him the minty green guy. That's Beryl. HomeBase. HomeBase 3. Please use the original 12-volt power adapter in the package. We did. Connect your phone to the same Wi-Fi the router base is connected to. All right. Okay. Wait 1 minute until the HomeBase's LED turns from red to blue.
Ooh, red bad.
It's a bit of a cluster back here to get everything working right now, because eventually it's going to, I don't have the cable run yet for the Starlink. I am using the Beryl as a repeater from the actual Starlink signal right now. You get the Starlink on the roof, because that had to go because the Eufy HomeBase has to connect through a wired connection, and that needed Ethernet, so I had to get that set up. So that was pretty easy to update. It detects it on the app. I've actually passed that step on the app right now. Once it does that, you hit a sync button on the back, it syncs and just walks you through it on the app process. Now I'm going through the cameras, which, by the way, we found out these, we weren't paying attention, so we thought we were right. They do have solar on the top. So I've got 1 camera out right now. Fortunately, we were there. The actual magnets we ordered for these came in, which, as you can see, they're all adjustable, full pivot as you need. So I've got one right outside the door here. Cool with these is they actually can learn people. So they can learn who, like if it's us all the time. And then that's it. It recognized us. Like I did it for me. It popped up. It said, hey, Sully's detected on camera 1. Makes it easy. I'm just showing you right now. It's walking through the process of where to put the camera, where not to put the camera. Obviously, because of solar, don't put it under the eaves, under a tree, etc. Our situation's a little different. We'll put it wherever we can.
Because we have eaves. We're going to put them under those, right?
Yeah. Exactly. You know, it says avoid pointing directly at swaying trees, at cars, things like that. So, and it tells me it's got great Wi-Fi, and it's staring at me. And here, let's stare back at Vicky. It's staring at us. So
You're filming me filming you?
I am. All right, wants to update firmware. As we saw, we can put these wherever we want, pull them in. That's the Eufy system setup. So that was the install. Not too bad. I'm still going to do some configuring, particularly with the Beryl, because you can actually set that up as a VPN, as I mentioned before, back to home. But I've got to get that all going.
Yeah, good thing you got geek skills.
Yeah. The rain's making somebody sleepy next to me.
Yeah. Well, it's perfect nap. I mean, look at it. They probably can't tell at the window. It's raining. It's green out. It's a little chilly. It's like perfect nap weather.
Yeah. So I just want to run over the cost of some of this stuff, since folks are probably wondering. So I've got it broken down by, and I've got a cheat sheet, as we always do with these, because I can't remember everything. So the costs for the SimpliSafe, the base station with the keypad, the 4 door sensors, the glass break sensor, water sensor, key fob remote, and I'll have to add this. Vicky's better at real-time math than I am. That came to $348.91. So if we added, it was $60 for the siren that I just ordered. So that would make it
$410 about.
But there was if you watch for these things during Memorial Day, 4th of July, they usually have sales. I saved $87.60 on the coupon I had at the time. So before the siren, that brought it down to $261.31. So you add the 60, so that's $320. Then the Eufy system that you saw, the HomeBase, which we didn't get an extra drive. You can get a drive for that, but drives aren't cheap right now. And then the 2 cameras, that was $224.99. I got it through Best Buy. It was the same on Amazon. I don't know if they have a coupon, but you could watch for that. The gl.inet Beryl 7. If you don't want this, there is the Beryl AX, which is about $100. It's about a $30 difference, but that's Wi-Fi 6. I want this to future-proof a little bit.
So we got Wi-Fi 7?
We have Wi-Fi 7. So that was $129.99, plus the case I ordered, just because this is something we'll use when we actually travel. It's great if you go to a hotel You just pair this to the hotel Wi-Fi, and then you have your own network for security. Because if you don't know, hotel Wi-Fi and other public Wi-Fi is a great way to get your system hacked. As I said, the case
$14.
was $14. The magnet mounts that we bought were, I think Ulibra magnet. For two of those, it was $49.98. So I've got to do the math again. All in cost before the siren, you do it.
$740.
What she said. See, I don't do math in public. I was a computer science major. I let the computer do the math for me. Yeah, it's up there for this system, but when you're driving your house, essentially, plus all your personal items inside, I think it's worth a peace of mind to have that. And as we mentioned, there is no monthly monitoring fee, so we're saving on some funding there on an annual expense. When you're in here, the doors are locked, we'll have the cameras out, and we can see what's going on. That's the end of this setup guide. We do have, you want to talk about our upcoming trip?
So our next trip is up to Maine, to the desert in Maine, for a short weekend, test out all the new gear we installed. So before we get ready for our big trip down to Shenandoah National Park in Virginia.
We are working our way to our goal of 500 subs. For those of you who did sub, really appreciate it. As of today, we're at 332 when I last checked. So a little better than last week. We're at 323, so making headway. So appreciate everybody who's subscribed. Come along with us. Come along with Bertha while she takes us all over
Our next adventures.
Exactly. So not doing much of it today. So while we can't, you keep wandering.
Bye.